Good morning, television family. We're back. It's the middle of the work week, but it's a brand new month. It is April 1st, 2026. I'm Dan Kuntz. Happy Wednesday. It's been raining lightly here in the valley for about a half an hour, roughly, give or take a couple. It's snowing in some of the upper elevations, and it will be pretty cool and pretty wet most of the day today. The heavy stuff isn't going to come down for a while. It's not going to be real heavy. It's just going to be light, persistent rain most of the day today, so it's very unsettled. We'll start transitioning by tomorrow afternoon. The clouds will begin to depart. We'll have quite a bit of sunshine by the close of the business on Thursday, and then a gorgeous stretch of weekend coming our way for the Easter holiday. Forecast details are coming up, but today's the day. It's going to be kind of like this, gray and wet to start off April. We have lots of news to get to. If you like the Mariners and the Kraken, your Tuesday night wasn't real pleasant. They combined to score nothing between the two teams. We'll have highlights, if you will, plus the prep scoreboard. Speaking of sports, on Monday we went up to the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, the fastest quarter mile on the planet, to talk to Jeremy Anders, because their opening day at the Super Oval is on the 18th day of April. It's right around the corner. Monday was the perfect day to go up there because it was their first day back at the track after they closed it for the winter, and we had a great conversation with Jeremy. It's a two-parter. First part is today. Second part is tomorrow. Always good to talk to my good buddy Jeremy. We'll have that for you in the back half of the program. Let's see what the cameras have in store for us today. We could have some interesting shots there. There's that low-hanging clouds. There's a couple of light snowflakes. You can see them at the bottom of your screen, juxtaposed against the Wenatchee Heights. Snow level right now is at 2,200 feet. It is snowing on Stevens and on I-90, but I just looked at the cameras at the summit of those two, Stevens and Snoqualmie, and the snow doesn't seem to be sticking too much to the roadway. The snow level will eventually go way above pass level, by the way, by the end of the day today, but the rain is going to be rather persistent for everybody. The only big story tomorrow as we transition from this to nice weather is the wind. From the Omi Garden camera, looking down over Rocky Reach Dam. I should know the name of it. It's been there since the early 1960s, as have I, for that matter. By the way, Omi Garden, there we go. Thanks, Mac. Omi Garden will open for the season, by the way. Its traditional opening day is April 15th. They wintered pretty good up there. No real issues up at Omi Garden, but they're working hard to get that baby ready for the expected crowds. McNeil Canyon looks something like that. It looks like it's raining in the Lake Chelan area. Let me check. It is raining lightly in Chelan proper. It is 38 degrees. It's 41 here, but it feels cooler than that for reasons I can't really put my eye on. And Lake Wenatchee is getting some snow. We know because we can see it. Somewhere down there is Lake Wenatchee. Don't get a tea time at Kaler Glen today. That ain't going to happen. But that's obviously that camera is just about the same level as the clouds because we can't see squat from our Nanapoc Ridge camera looking over the Lake Wenatchee area. It is pretty cloudy and pretty gray and light rain all day today. National Weather Service sent this out. This is their projected rainfall timeline, the type of precipitation and the timing. The heavier rain is in green and snow is in blue. Basically for us, the timeline, by the way, is in the upper right-hand corner. For us, the heaviest rain will be from about 11 a.m. this morning to 11 p.m. tonight, that 12-hour period. But it's not going to be heavy rain. It's going to be more along the lines of just persistent light rain. Not a big deluge of rain, but enough to make things pretty wet all over the Wenatchee Valley. We'll see if it's going to play any havoc with any outdoor sporting activities today, but there you go. There's your timeline for rain that will take us all the way through about mid-afternoon on Thursday. From our friends at Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community comes together. Unsettled is about the best way to put it. Rain today. Heaviest rain, as I already mentioned, between 11 this morning to 11 o'clock tonight. Snow level right now is a little over 2,000 feet. It's going to go up to 4,600 feet. By the time we get to mid-late afternoon, we'll only get up to 49. For the record yesterday, we got to 53. Our normal high is 57. 37 for the overnight low tonight. The rain will be tapering off. Still could get some residual light rain on Thursday morning. Thursday is going to be half and half. It's going to be cloudy and some light rain in the morning and then sunshine in the afternoon, only 54 for the afternoon high. A little breezy on Thursday afternoon and a little breezy on Thursday night as the remnants of the system exits our area. So it's going to be a little windy Thursday afternoon and Thursday night, and then we set up to just a beautiful weekend. All the ensembles are in agreement. A significant warm and dry trend is heading our way, starting really on Friday, but lasting at least through Tuesday of next week. So here in the valley, up in Omak, Moses Lake, out of the basin, we're going to be hitting 70, near 70 on Easter Sunday. Hello, spring, and right around the 70-degree mark on Monday and Tuesday. So once we get through Thursday, basically late afternoon, overnight into Friday, we're set it up for some very nice weather at a nice gradual warming trend. No complaints there. I'm digging that. All right, we're going to take a break and come back with the news on this April Fool's Day. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Raining lightly here in the big city, 39 degrees, and it's going to rain lightly all day. Today with some snow in the upper elevations, a little overnight rain tonight. We transition to sunshine by Thursday afternoon, and then a beautiful Easter weekend is knocking on our door as we welcome April all over the place. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Fire crews responded yesterday afternoon to a fire. Apparently it started in a Sterling Junior High portable classroom. The exterior building was unoccupied when the fire began, according to Wenatchee Valley Fire Department Chief Brian Brett. Nobody was hurt, but about 15 children were given a precautionary medical check because of the smoke. The fire was reported about 1:24 yesterday afternoon. Crews gained control of the fire about 20 minutes later. Cause of the fire not immediately known. On the scene, we had a chance to talk to Assistant Fire Chief Andy Davidson.
The staff on hand followed their policies and procedures, did a great job of getting the children out. It looks like there was some fire on the north end of the building, perhaps above an AC unit. They got all the children out, got them to a safe place, called us. We arrived very quickly. We were here 2.5 minutes later. Guys got water on the fire, and we controlled the fire at 1340. And right now the guys are just doing overhaul procedures to make sure the fire is fully out. The school is arranging for children to be picked up at an alternate location, and things are looking really good from our standpoint. We had great support from East Wenatchee PD, making sure that the additional portables were evacuated in short order as well.
The former operators of 2 illicit Wenatchee massage parlors have a second chance to sue the police that raided their operations Back in 2023, Lin Yu Yan and his wife Yan Yang set up massage services that served as fronts for illegal sex work. Lin Yu Yan pled guilty in 2024 to a charge of promoting prostitution. Charges against his wife were dropped. The couple sued the Columbia River Drug Task Force over the raids that targeted their massage shops, saying the police seized more than $150,000 from multiple bank accounts without giving proper legal notice. That lawsuit was dismissed 2 years ago for lack of court action. The Yan's lawyers won an appeal yesterday to reinstate the case. The Court of Appeals ruled that the couple were not properly warned in 2024 that their case was about to expire. That means the Yans can continue to seek return of those assets in a Chelan County courtroom. If you want to buy a gently used fire truck, you're not going to be able to buy that. They decided not to sell it up in Aniat. Instead, the Aniat Fire Department decided to give it. They're passing it along to the next generation of firefighters for use in training and exercises. Our own Long Tran was there when the rig was donated on Monday, and he filed this report.
I'm at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center, where Chelan County, District 8 in Aniat, is donating a fire truck to the school's Fire Sciences Department.
So instead of selling it to another fire district for whatever we get out of it, we decided Wenatchee Valley Tech was a good recipient for it. So we ended up selling to them, and we were able to bring it down today and give them a good running truck that is hopefully will serve them for quite a few years.
This is going to help our students get real, live, scenario-based training. This program wouldn't be what it is today, and the students wouldn't have the experiences they are getting in this program without the support of these fire districts, these fire departments, and the chiefs that back that up. So we're very grateful, and thank you again.
You're very welcome, sir. Glad it's coming to a good home.
Reporting from Wenatchee, this is Long Tran, NCW Life.
Washington State residents are being warned about a rise in text and email scams that claim to be from the Washington State Department of Licensing and the Department of Transportation. The State Attorney General's office says scammers are sending consumers fraudulent text and email messages that demand payments for unpaid traffic tickets or tolls. Oftentimes, the consumers are going to be asked to make a payment to verify financial account information, passwords, or other personal information so the imposters can get to your bank account. Anyone receiving such an email should not click on website links and be skeptical of warnings that accounts will be shut down. Anybody who believes they may have been the target of a scam should file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Ephrata's newest roundabout will close down for one final bit of installation work next week on Monday. The roundabout at Nat Washington Way and Highway 282 will close for about a week. They need to install permanent streetlights. The $1.2 million traffic circle has been in operation since last summer with temporary illumination. The work is timed to coincide with spring break, so it won't disrupt any school traffic. And if it all goes well, transportation planners say the junction could reopen for traffic by Friday, April 10th, or even before that. The ongoing war in Iran is posing additional challenges to Central Washington farmers beyond the normal costs of growing and shipping fruit. Kevin Teeter is a journalist with the Washington State University Murrow Fellowship, and he spoke with local growers about the crisis and shared his report with us.
The blockade in the Strait of Hormuz is putting farmers in a bind as they enter the growing season. About 1/3 of the world's fertilizer trade moves through the strait. Plus, much of the diesel farmers rely on for shipping and farming equipment. One apple farmer in central Washington tells me this is just one of many factors driving costs up and profitability down for himself and farm owners around the state in recent years.
Our prices have just continually escalated every year, and our returns actually have decreased. And so it's put those two together, it's not a good mathematical equation.
2024 data from the USDA had Washington ranked last in the nation in farm profits, with operators losing on average almost $400,000 that year. This is driven by factors like rising manufacturing and labor costs, combined with a strong dollar and tough international competition driving profits down. More recent data, which will factor in the effects of tariffs and the Iran war, are expected later this year and next. I also spoke with Dylan Honcoop from Save Family Farming, an advocacy group representing small farmers in Washington. He says we may see farms shut down because of the costs created by the war, but that is certainly not the only factor.
While this may be a moment that presents a straw that breaks the camel's back, what about all of those other straws that were stacked up? And we need to get serious about that here in Washington State to deal with this issue if we want a future of family farming here in Washington.
Farmers growing other crops than apples face similar threats. Reps from the state's wheat and potato commissions tell me they too worry farms could be forced to close as prices spike. In Wenatchee, I'm Kevin Teeter.
And every month in the Wenatchee Valley, First Fridays invites art lovers to tour the creative spaces throughout our area. This week, Community Clayworks on Yakima Street downtown, they will host First Friday. It'll be a hands-on open house. Our own Josie Meets profiled the event for this week's edition of Go magazine, which will be in tomorrow's Wenatchee World, and he shared this report.
This Friday, April 3rd, Wenatchee downtown will once again transform into a kind of open-air gallery for First Fridays. The featured event of First Friday is here at the Community Clayworks studio. Joining me today is Greta Hess with Community Clayworks, and she's going to tell us all about their fun event they have planned.
So our idea for First Friday is that we wanted to kind of do something that would last. And so as people come in from the community to see the studio on First Friday, we're going to have a big slab of clay laid out that we're going to turn into like a platter, and people can come in and write their name or leave a design. We'll have some stamping options and things they can play with just to kind of get their hands on the clay. And then we're going to have them sign their name and give us their information so they can put that piece of paper in a pot, and once it's finished, we will glaze it and put it in the kiln, and then they will, whoever's name we draw out, will win that platter, and they'll get to take it home with them. So it'll be like a super fun keepsake of our First Friday. So First Friday, we will be here April 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. You can come by any time during that time and leave your mark on a piece of clay that hopefully you can take home afterwards.
Persons interested in attending the Clayworks event on First Friday, April 3rd, can head down Yakima Street and look for the yellow door. For more events on First Friday and over the weekend, check out Wenatchee World Go. On the Art Beat for NCW Life, I'm Josie Meets.
And that is what the heck is going on around here on this first day of April. No fooling, we'll have a newscast for you tonight, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Stay in the loop. Watch the evening news, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the traditional times on traditional TV. Or as we like to say in the business, YouTube. Our show will be on YouTube as well, right around 5 o'clock, the evening news, of course. All of our shows, by the way, are on YouTube. I probably should mention that every once in a while. You got a news tip? Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Mariners, ooh, Kraken, ooh. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders, or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
20 minutes after the hour in sports, Max Fried is really good. 7 solid innings. He only gave up 3 base hits. Giancarlo Stanton drove in a bunch of runs, and the Mariners got shut out by the Yankees at T-Mobile Park last night. The final was 5-0. The only good news is that Josh Naylor finally got a base hit. He was 0 for 20 on this season, but he did get a base hit for the Mariners in the 4th inning. Here is 2 minutes and 14 seconds of highlights of the Mariners not scoring.
Waited and got down the line and got a great read. Stanton lost one to right field. Coming on is Robles, and he's not going to get it. It'll dunk in for a base hit. Scoring is Rice. Stanton with an RBI single, and the Yankees lead 2-0. Driven into right center field. On the run is Grisham, and he makes the play. Taking an extra base hit away from Arozarena.
The minute the ball's off the bat, within a split second, he's off and running, and he needed to be because that ball was smoked heading for the gap.
Bellinger on his way to second. Cal Raleigh's throw right on the money. Bellinger cut down at second base. Cal Raleigh with a dart. That was some kind of throw. Yeah, no challenge by the Yankees. Cal Raleigh tested right to the bag and in time. This is on the ground. Young tackles, picks himself up, and it is in time. A dazzling play at second base by Young, Cole Young.
And it's not the first time we've seen him make that play to his right, that diving stop up the middle.
Runner goes, the throw to second, goes into center field. Grisham will score. Moving to third is Bellinger. A stolen base, an E2 and a 3-0 Yankee lead. Base hit. 1 run will score. Stanton will stop at third. It's an RBI single for Chisholm, and the Yankees lead 5-0.
Josh Chisholm joined the party. Yankees taking advantage. It's a pitches that he threw all for strikes.
And this should do it. Ground ball, Caballero. And the Yankees win 5-0. They go 4-1 on the season. Fried gets the win. 2 more scoreless innings for the bullpen. Clutch hitting as well. Everything came together on.
Mariners play their first day game of the year today. It's the 3rd and final game of the 3-game set with the Yankees. 1:10 first pitch, and if you want to watch it, you got to subscribe to Mariners.tv. Don't get me started. American League West scoreboard. Everybody won except the Mariners. There's your lineup from last night. Rangers knocked off the Orioles. Angels shut out the Cubs. Athletics over the Braves, and the Astros rolled over the Red Sox. Seattle Kraken still remain 2 points out of a wild card spot for the Stanley Cup playoffs. They were shut out last night 3-0 in Edmonton. The Kraken have lost 6 of their last 7. They went 1-3-2 on their road trip, and here is 64 seconds of the Kraken not scoring.
Rub salt in the wound. I am not happy, but I'm hoping that tonight will pick it up for me, but it was a sad day.
Jake Wallman, a drag move, shot, and that's tipped underneath the bar, and the Oilers take the early 1-0 lead. Max Jones was perched in front, and he'll get credit.
It's one thing to try and take away all of his passes when he's flying down the ice, but if he's having that shot mentality, he just becomes so much more dangerous.
Only behind McKinnon and Caulfield in goal. Steele Kapanen shoots and scores. Kasperi Kapanen extends the lead to 2-0. That's his 8th. well defended by Nugent Hopkins. McCann now trapped in the corner. 2.5 to play. Oilers looking for their first 4-game winning streak of the year. McDavid has an empty net. He shoots and scores. And this game's over. McDavid's 43rd puts it away.
Since the Kraken entered the National Hockey League, the Oilers are 14-4-1. They own the Kraken, but they finally get to play at home. It'll be the first home game since St. Patrick's Day. They got Utah at Climate Pledge Arena tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. To the pitch we go. Prep Soccer scoreboard from yesterday. Nice victory for the Wildcats. They went down to Sunnyside, knocked off the Grizzlies 4-1. Same score from Moses Lake over West Valley. The final there was 4-1. Chelan shut out Omak 4-0. It was Orville over Annie at 6-0. Cashmere over LaSalle 8-0. Apparently everybody scored in that one. Ellensburg beat Ephrata on the pitch 5-1. Quincy snuck by Grandview 2-1. Prep baseball scoreboard. Wenatchee knocked off Sunnyside. Final there was 6-5. Eastmont rolled over Davis 11-1 on the diamond. Moses Lake crushed Ike 13-2. Cashmere swept Royal 15-6 in the first game, 6-5. A tag closer in the second. Chelan rolled over Cascade 17-1. Okanagan took care of Elmira Cooley Heartline 10-6, and Tenasket stuck by Omak. The final there was 5-4, and Orville over Manson 21-6. And can't forget about Prep softball. Wenatchee and Sunnyside scored a lot of runs, 36 between them, but Wenatchee got more. 20-16 was the final there. Royal got revenge for the baseball team because the softball team swept Cashmere. Royal 6, Cashmere 1 in the first game. Royal 9, Cashmere 5 in the second game. Tenasket swept Bridgeport. Those are not typos, folks. Those are not typos. They outscored Bridgeport 50-3 in their 2-game sweep. Brewster crushed Okanagan 15-2. Manson got by Orville 7-0. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. As we move on to the obscure holiday, first of all, Passover begins today. It's also April Fool's Day. It's National Atheists Day. Swear to God. National Atheist Day. It's a National Walking Day. I try to indulge in some walks every day. But no, today we lament the penny. It is 1 cent day today. Now, as you know by now, they're not going to mint any more pennies, but there's about 140 billion of them still out in circulation. So the penny ain't going anywhere for quite some time. It's not actually called the penny. Officially, the U.S. Mint calls it the 1 cent coin. The term penny is a British term for the same denomination in Great Britain. Yeah, so there's about 140 billion pennies still out there. Now, of course, they have, very few people paying cash anymore anyway. And if you do pay in cash, or if you go to a lot of stores, they have a little sign. If you're going to pay in cash, could you pay in exact change? Because we're not going to have much change in the register. Pennies used to be made from copper. They're not anymore, during World War II, they needed copper, and so they made it out of steel. So for a while there, and you can tell if you have a World War II penny because it's the only penny that will actually stick to a magnet. That happened in 1943. So, and a handful were accidentally, during World War II, accidentally struck from bronze. In 1943, they accidentally made a bunch of pennies from bronze. And if you can find one, and you have one, each of those pennies is worth about $125,000. The 1 cent coin day today. I don't miss it at all. I have a jar of those things at my home, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Today in history, they kind of knew this was coming. The Seattle Pilots went down to spring training in Arizona. They didn't know what they were going to do. The Pilots in 1969 had lost about $1 million. Their stadium, 6 Seattle Stadium, was just a dump. And finally, it was official on this date, April 1st, 1970. Used car dealer Bud Selig buys the Pilots for $10.8 million and immediately moves the Pilots to Milwaukee to rename the team the Brewers. If you've ever wondered why the Brewers have the colors that they have, they inherited it from the Pilots. They literally took the Pilots home and road jerseys to Milwaukee, tore off the Seattle part, and just put Milwaukee on it and called it good. The Pilots become the Brewers, but it started a number of lawsuits that we eventually won, and we got the Mariners in return. On that exact same day, by the way, April 1st, 1970, no fooling here, the AMC Gremlin is rolled out. The Lime Crime, that is the AMC Gremlin. They were released in North America to compete with foreign imported cars, and people loved these Gremlins. They were cheap, they were fast, they had a little bit of horsepower to them. They were kind of cool. Best-selling car that AMC ever put out. They never really changed the design. Remember the Gremlin? You still see them around every once in a while. They're very popular with race car drivers, too. They had a certain panache. The Gremlin rolled out on this state 56 years ago today. Poor Ronald Wayne. Man, did he miss out. Happy birthday to Apple, 50 years old today. That is the house right there that Steve Jobs lived in, where Apple was founded. That is the 2066 Christ Drive in Los Altos, California. And on this date, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ron Wayne founded the Apple Corporation. Ronald Wayne had been in a business venture about 4 years earlier, and it didn't work out. And just 10 days after Apple was founded, Ronald Wayne got cold feet, and he sold his 10% share back to Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs and got out of the business after only 10 days. Apple is worth $4 billion. But wrong time to get cold feet, Ron. He got $800, by the way, for his shares of a company that's now worth $4 billion. And finally, 42 years ago, I remember this because it was April Fool's Day. I was in Seattle going to school. And when I was first driving to school that day and I heard the news that Marvin Gaye had been shot and killed by his father, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, a very bad April Fool's joke. But nope, it happened at their home in Los Angeles. Marvin Gaye Sr. shoots to death his son, Marvin Gaye Jr. on this date 42 years ago today. It was one day before his 45th birthday. Still remember that day. Let's do some birthdays. You're going to go, who the heck is Denise Nickerson? Why I've heard of her. Think about this for just a little bit. Take a look at the picture. That's Denise Nickerson. I'll give you another few seconds to figure out who that is. She was Violet Beauregard in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You remember her? The bratty, gum-chewing nut who, I try to remember how she met her fate. Oh, she got big and purple. That's right. Denise Nickerson, who played Violet Beauregard in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, born in the state in 1957. She passed away a number of years ago at the age of 62. And happy 44th birthday to Andres Thorkildsen. Andres Thorkildsen is the great javelin thrower from Norway who won the Olympic gold medal in 2004 and 2008. He is 44 years old today. I wonder if he still throws the javelin. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They got a brand new logo, rolled it out earlier in the year, but their outstanding service and their great products remain intact. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. The Wenatchee Valley Super Oval season is about ready to begin. Every year they say it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. Well, they ain't lying. It's the real deal. It's always great to check in with my friend Jeremy Anders up at the track. We did just that, and part one of my two-part conversation with Jeremy is up next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life Channel.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I was recently watching a cop show on TV. It was the LA cops. They were investigating a murder. And apparently the victim had ordered a pizza and had been killed by the delivery person. The murderer killed the delivery person, yada, yada. Okay, but the delivery person, after the murder, then helped themselves to a slice after killing the guy. Now, the very astute cop said, "Oh, the suspect is from the East Coast." And the other cop asked how she knew that. And this very knowledgeable detective said, "Because he folded his slice of pizza." Yeah, that's how we do it. Of course, you West Coasters, first of all, you have no idea what real pizza is. And secondly, you don't need to fold your pizza since it's as stiff as cardboard. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Welcome back to the show. It is back for another exciting year, the 79th year of racing here at the fastest quarter mile in the world. One of those things is true, the other is not. I'll let you decide which one it is. We're here at the track, the WVSO, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, with the man himself, making his very first appearance on this program. Nice to meet you, sir. Jeremy Anders, is it?
Jeremy, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, you can call me Dan, or Mr. Kuntz. I
Mr.
prefer
Kuntz.
that. How you doing, bud?
We're old, so I gotta give you some work. I'm doing great. It's first day of the year at the racetrack.
Yeah, it's Monday as we tape this, Monday, March 30th. So this is you had the first chance to come up here since you shut it down back in late September, and you told me that it wintered pretty darn good, all things considered.
Yeah, we always, other tracks get a lot more access to their facility, can do a lot of off-season stuff. Unfortunately, we have a great partnership with the Gun Club, but we're gone for 6 months. So we left October 10th was our last day up here. Winterized everything. We just turned the water on, and I haven't had to call Plum Perfect yet, which is good. I've had to call Johnson Electric, so they'll be coming up to do a couple things. But every year, there's little things here and there. It's we're kind of by itself up here, and the winter wasn't horrible this year, which is nice. The monster truck tore up the grass behind us, but as you can tell, it's coming back green. That's good there, and starting on kind of evaluating what we have to do as far as projects. We have a list of projects we're already going to do, and then there's always the ones that come up all the time. Refacing some of the grandstand areas. As you saw us unloading earlier, we're building a new concession area as well, kind of a new idea we're going to come up with. We haven't announced to the public yet, but that'll be a fun thing coming out. I'll tease you. It's called Finish Line Franks.
That's all we'll say.
Finish
when
Line
Jeremy's,
Franks, yeah.
when Jeremy's ready.
Something people have wanted for a while, but we have some new stuff. We have our concession area. We're doing a bunch of revamping in that area. We've got new equipment coming in, but we have a bunch of new concession items coming in, which is going to make it better for the fans. We're bringing back giant soft tacos. We're doing one of our coolest new things is a pit stop pork chop on a stick. Yeah, sounds really good.
Anything on a stick.
Anything on a stick is good, right?
Yeah.
We have hand dip ice cream bars on the stick that we do here. So a lot of fun things happening. And
I did notice
off the track.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yes, you're bringing in new stuff because you have to. But all the people, the crew that I see here, I recognize all of these folks.
Yeah,
they seem to come back every year. They're here making sure your track is ready to go come Saturday, the 18th day of April. But I've recognized all the crew. They're back again.
Yeah, Pat's been with us. He's been my kind of side guy for 7 years now. So he's up here, and we got a couple other ones up here as well. My stepdad comes over and works with us for about a month. Lives in my house for a month and just comes and helps do a lot of projects there. And we got the whole entire staff, and we've got one of my kids up here working. So child labor is best.
Yeah. If you work for the Department of Labor and Industries, please don't watch this interview. First things first, this is such a great idea. Motors and Rotors, City of East Wenatchee, Chelan Douglas Port Authority, and you guys are getting together. You're going to have a wing ding on Friday night at the airport. Car show, movie, beer garden. This is such a great idea. Never been done before. It's called Motors and Rotors. Again, it's this Friday. It's such a great idea. I'm assuming it's not yours.
I think it's a collaboration. So we always do our car show every year that we've done at different locations. We've done it at Leonard Evans the last probably couple of years. We've done it at different locations around town. And we said, well, we're going to do our car show this year. And they said, well, we had talked about doing a movie, partnering with a movie up at the track. We said, why don't we do a movie with the cars as well? And let's toss airplanes into it. Let's do it all up there together. So they got the space in the venue. So we got Days of Thunder, which, I mean, great racing movie, right?
Perfect.
Classic. We got to have, I think we're at 24, 25 cars that are going to display, which is huge for our display. We have some aircraft coming in, I think some helicopters and airplanes as well. We're going to have food vendors up there, beer garden. It's all free to come to.
Totally free.
Totally free.
I mean, you have to buy the beer and the food, but there's no admission fee.
Yeah. If you're, I mean, it's double for beer for you, but for me, it's
that's true.
Yeah. But, it's going to be a great crowd. The weather's going to be probably a little chilly, but bring some coats, bring some blankets. You bring your own chairs, set up the area. You can have a bite to eat. We've got some great food vendors out there. Have a drink. Come check out the race cars. It's kind of like, we always call it the display of like showcasing the cars, because the first practice is on Saturday, so everybody wants to get their cars done. Like for instance, my son's car is getting wrapped on Thursday to display right there, right? So it's the first time to show off your car for the year. People can come check them out. You can come sit and race cars, and so it's fun for the whole family. It's free. Things aren't free nowadays.
That's true. How much does it cost, Jeremy?
It's free.
It's free? Okay.
It's free,
cool.
yeah.
So this is, again, a collaboration between your organization, the Chelan Douglas Regional Port Authority, because it's their airport, and the City of East Wenatchee. Great partnership, and the movie is going to be right out there on the tarmac.
Yeah, we have a big LED display screens, speakers, and Days of Thunder, you know, and I'm sure there'll be an airplane flying by, stuff like that. So I know they did it a couple years ago with Maverick. They've done it with Goonies last year. I was out. And so this is kind of a cool thing. I mean, you're going to watch Days of Thunder surrounded by race cars. I mean, it's kind of a cool thing there. We kind of told at some point, maybe in the middle of the movie, when like the cars are going down the thing, we'll fire up all the race cars at one time. I don't know if we'll get in trouble for that or not, but we'll see. So, yeah.
There's not a lot of neighbors up near Pangborn. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
If they're used to jet planes landing, I think they can handle a couple of race cars.
We'll see. Yeah.
There. The schedule is set and done. Every Saturday that there's a race here, you're going to want to come and have a good time, and season tickets are the way to do it. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But the annual Tommy Wentz Classic has always been your kickoff. Middle of April. It's back again on the 18th. Talk about the importance of this race and why it always traditionally kicks off the season for you guys.
So it's a big kickoff race. So the Tommy Wentz Classic honors our Thunder cars, kind of a big race for them. We pay $2,424 to win. 24 was Tommy Wentz's number that he ran for primarily most of his career. He had a couple other numbers out there. We kick off that race with him. Big thanks to our friends at Bob's Classic for sponsoring. They're actually going to do something on Friday night before the event. After practice is done here Friday night, had everybody come down to Bob's Classic and have a drink and a beer for Tommy and enjoy the night there with some specials that we're going to do. But it's a big kickoff. All of our opening classes, the Thunder cars, the Dixie Air Conditioning Thunder cars. We have the Rockstar Energy B mods with the Plum Perfect Road Runners. We have the B&T Youth Towing Youth Road Runners. We have the Crown Vics and the Mini Bombers. So a lot of classes racing that action. And our car counts this year are looking really good. We did registration for all of our early so far, and I mean, we're looking higher up on numbers for pretty much every single class we have.
There is what we call a racing community. You and I have talked about this before. Not just locals, but people from all over the Northwest and even farther away. We've had drivers come from California and Montana and Nevada, you name it, they've come here. And the word is out that this track, if you're into driving fast and turning left, this is a track that you have to race at.
It's a track with grip. It's a track with character. You have to be on the wheel. You know, there's no time to rest anytime here. That's one thing you talk to drivers who drive, like, you know, they're driving late models, sprint cars. You're always up on the wheel. You don't have a time where a long straightaway to kind of sit back and relax a little bit. You are up on the wheel the whole entire time. You got to hit your marks. And it's got a lot of grip. And, you know, this thing was paved 27 years ago. And if you look back behind it, it's still got grip. Of course, you know, as we have our first practice on Friday, it'll probably start taking that rubber. All the rubber from the winter time's washed off, but it'll be right back ready to go. April 18th, ready to race.
It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to mention the name Harvick a couple of times during the course of this conversation, but talk about this 13-year-old kid who's going to be taking home a lot of checkered flags when he's a few years older. You've been able to bring up this 13-year-old sensation for the races on the 25th.
Yeah, so April 25th is the Treetop 150 Leonard Evans Memorial. It's the first ever Cars Tour race. You're going to hear that new for this year. The Cars Tour, which started on the East Coast with about probably 10 years ago as a major touring series back there, now owned by Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Justin Marks. Well, about 2 years ago, Kevin Harvick branched off with Tim Huddleston from down in California, and they started the Cars Tour West last year. Was really strong in the California, Nevada, Arizona area, Colorado. They did one race up here in the Northwest, and we've been talking about this for about 2 years to bring a Cars Tour Northwest West Coast. And so what this year we launched was the Cars Tour Pro Late Model Northwest Series, which is a 10-race series between Wenatchee, Evergreen, Tri-Cities, State Line, Colorado as well, with some co-branch races in there. And then we also have the Cars Tour West Super Late Model Series. That's a 7-race series. And Wenatchee is one of the 7 races on the West Coast. So I'm going to tell. So the other races are Monroe, which is a huge market over
absolutely.
there. Tri-Cities, a big market there. Bakersfield, California, Kern County Raceway. Las Vegas, Nevada, big market there. Denver, Colorado, and then there's Wenatchee, Washington. Yeah. So it's a pretty cool race, and that comes up a little bit later for our Wenatchee 200. But April 25th, we have a lot of drivers interested. I think we're going to be close to 30 pro late models. Keelan Harvick, who's one of the top up-and-coming 13-year-old drivers in the country. Just won last weekend in Las Vegas against 22 cars. He's racing the East Coast, West Coast. I think somebody said he's racing 51 times this year, or close to that this year. It's a huge amount of races this year. And so it's going to be a lot of races for him, but 2 of those races will be at Wenatchee this year. He'll be here for the April 25th race. And we have drivers for that race already coming from California, Canada, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, I think Nevada, and Montana.
And you're going to get the old man back behind the wheel again on the 25th.
Yeah, we're calling it young versus old. So the 70-year-old Garrett Evans versus the 13-year-old Keelan Harvick. So this is the house that Evans built. This is the house that Garrett built, kind of living the retired life, but back focused on race cars pretty full-time. And he's wanting to get back behind the wheel of a race car. And so it's kind of funny. Garrett raced against Keelan's dad, Kevin, back when he was about 19 years old down in Phoenix and Tucson. And so now at 70 years old, Garrett's racing against the son at 13 years old. So it's kind of a fun big full circle moment for Kevin and Keelan for sure.
And Treetop's a new sponsor. I don't recall them being on on board.
Yeah, new sponsor this year, presenting sponsor for the Treetop 150. And on top of that, we all season long, we have the Treetop Kids Meal. So we have a kids meal now here, really family friendly, affordable for kids to have as well, and having Treetop products on sale as well.
He's also, they tied in something that we're going to have to, in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Jeremy again on part 2 of this interview. Gisa Credit Union has really stepped up to the plate. We're going to talk about that and something that you do not want to miss on May 30th. That on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with my good friend, I'm sorry, the name again?
Jeremy.
Jeremy Andrews. Jeremy. And we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, shelter manager, and today I have with me Joe, and Joe has his ball. Joe is about 6 years old. He's a German Shepherd, really a beautiful example of one. He's about 100 pounds, but maybe because of his size, he's really, really polite. He doesn't jump on us. He knows where he is, where his weight is in time and space. So he's really wonderfully gentle with everyone. Yeah, he's very aware of himself. We got Joe about 2 weeks ago as part of a big dog transfer we did from a fellow rescue in Othello. He just wasn't getting any eyes on him there, despite being a wonderful dog, and so we wanted to help out. So somebody in Wenatchee needs this boy. Yeah, they do. Joe is just as gentle and sweet as they come. He loves his walks. He loves spending time with people. He's really smart. He knows a lot of things. Yeah. He's really great at sit. He'll do it before you even ask. He's really good at lay down. He'll stay when you tell him. He knows a lot of things, and he's really treat motivated, so I know that he could learn a lot more too. And he absolutely loves playing fetch. The ball is his favorite thing. Sometimes if there's no ball around, he has been known to grab a big rock and want you to throw that for him, which we don't, but he's very enthusiastic about the idea. Yeah, there you are. We don't know if he's good with cats because he came in as a stray with our partner, and we don't have them here for that. With other dogs, he's good at coexisting with them. He doesn't really have any close friends, but he's not bad with dogs either. He just kind of wants to chill and do his own thing. He prefers people. Yeah. But if you do have a dog, we always encourage that you bring them with you, and so the dogs can meet, make sure they're a good fit too. Joe is also on our doggy date program. So if you want to just take him out for the day to see if he's a good fit for your family, you are welcome to do that. He'll go for a hike, or maybe even to a coffee shop. Yeah. But it's still good for him to get out regardless, even if you're not looking to adopt. He would love to go on a date with you. Maybe to the park to throw his ball. So if you're interested in meeting our Joe, we're open 7 days a week now from 12:30 to 6, and we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
It is, of course, Holy Week. Today's the first day of Passover. Can't forget about that. And all this week at the First United Methodist Church on Washington Street of Wenatchee, the Wenatchee Downtown Kiwanis Club has been sponsoring Holy Week special services. And today at 12 noon, if you head on up to the First United Methodist Church on Washington Street, you'll hear our good friend, Pastor Mike Malman of Sir Wenatchee, deliver today's message. They've been doing it all week long, same time, 12 noon, same place, First United Methodist Church on Washington Street, right across the street from Washington Elementary School. Mike Malman will deliver today's message at 12 noon. You might want to check that out. And speaking of checking stuff out, let's see what we got from our PTZ cameras on this rainy day. It looks like Malcolm has that baby zoomed about as far back as it can get. That is the Wenatchee Heights camera. Looking over the Wenatchee Valley. And what we have right now is what we're going to have all day. No sunshine today, folks. Sun's taking the day off. Just light rain, light persistent rain all day. By the way, the snow level is already beginning to go back up, and I just checked the mountain passes not a minute ago, and although it is snowing lightly on Stevens and on I-90, Snoqualmie Pass, it is not sticking to the roadway in Blewett, by the way. Looks just fine. That is the Nanapoc Ridge camera. We showed you the time lapse during our commercial break. That's not what the time lapse looks like now. They've had some light snow up there in the Lake Wenatchee area, and they're socked in pretty good with the low clouds and the fog. Everybody's going to be dealing with widespread rain and unsettled weather today. Camera number 3, if I'm keeping track, if I'm any judge of cameras, McNeil Canyon, and again, light snow coming down up there in the lower elevations. It's coming down as rain. Raining in Wenatchee, raining in Ellensburg, raining lightly in Ephrata, raining lightly in Moses Lake. It is raining lightly in Omak, and it's kind of a snow, rain mix, we're told, in the Manson area. Well, pretty close to the water. Manson's usually a little cooler than everybody else. It's 34 right now in Manson. And I think that's the Tumwater Canyon camera, I think. It looks that way to me. So good morning to Leavenworth. A little bit of light snow on the trees up there on top of Tumwater Canyon. Today is going to be the unsettled day. We make the transition tomorrow, and then the weekend looks fantastic. Here's a time lapse, the HREF model precipitation type. The precipitation in green, and the darker the green, the heavier the rain, is rain, and if it's blue, it is snow. And basically our heaviest rain, and it's not going to be very heavy rain at all, but it's going to really, about 11 a.m. this morning to about 11 p.m. is the chance where the rain will be coming down at its most intense for the Wenatchee Valley anyway, and even that isn't really that bad. It's just light, persistent rain. You don't need to go out and build an ark. It's not necessary, but it's going to be wet and cool today. From the National Weather Service, that way if you don't like the weather, you can blame the government. Rain today, pretty much light rain all day today, nothing heavy, but just light rain. Snow level will eventually by this afternoon go way above pass level. It'll be about 4,600 feet, so you won't have to worry about that. We'll top off only at 49, which is almost 10 degrees below normal. The rain should be tapering off in the overnight hours, although the snow level goes down to 2,000 feet. By that time, the system would have expunged all of its energy. We'll get down to about 37. And then on Thursday, clouds and a little bit of light rain in the morning. Gradually, the sun will come out by about 2:30 or 3 on Thursday afternoon. It will be sunny. It will be windy on Thursday and windy on Thursday night, and then look at Easter weekend. Here we go. All the models are in agreement. Sunshine Friday, 59. Sunshine Saturday, 63. Close to 70 on Easter Sunday. I'm liking that forecast. We just got to get there first. That's it for me, provided the show isn't canceled. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.